I'll interrogate the prisoner.
Good call. Just make sure you don't push him too hard or we might lose him. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
Okay. All right, big mission. Let's interrogate this guy.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it.
Thanks.
This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns.
Terminal
The
sequences?
strings of numbers that end the code sequences. If we could complete those strings, we would have the key to their encryption system.
Okay.
The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. Well, the second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Okay. This sounds fun. This sounds interesting. Let's give it a go. Let's save the game. I'm actually going to go through and I think delete some of these save files because I have quite a lot of them now. Alright, this should make saving a lot quicker. Alright, let's try to decrypt some stuff. Let's talk to this guy again, see if he has any information for us. Tell me about the Sith encryption matrices.
The Sith encryption scheme on these cards is based... We've managed to decode the majority of the encryption. If you think you're able, you can try to break the code on the card. Don't worry. Can I help you with anything else? Okay, sure.
Alright. Basically just reiterated what we knew before. Loading rep op layer. Oh, I can slice the Republic system. Let me try to just decrypt. Loading decryption layer. Okay. Accessing additive matrix. Terminal sequence. Terminal sequence 1, 2, 4, 7, 11, 16. Okay, 5, 4, so we add 6 to 16, and we get 22, right? Terminating additive matrix. Accessing subtractive matrix. 21 to 18 is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, minus 0, plus 1, plus 2 should be 18. Accessing multiplicative matrix, terminal sequence. 2, so that would be times 2 times, no, that's times 2 times 2 times 2, 32, 64. Terminating multiplicative divisive sequence, 128 divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2. We should have 2 here. Exponential matrix, 1 to the, oh, okay. Let me think. 9, 8 squared, 5 squared? Squared, 5 squared, 132. This one's weird. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. So that's 2 to the... So that's 2 to the 0 power. Right? Or no, it's... So it's 2 to... 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. It's 2 to the 5th. 3 to the 5th power would be 3 times 3. Sorry, 3, 9. 9 to the 3rd power. Sorry, 2. I'm confused. Hold on. I'm getting really confused here. Okay. Hold on. Let me get a pen and paper for this so I can write this down. I feel like this is not probably as complicated as it looks, so I just have to figure this out. So 2 to the 1st, 2 to the 2nd, 2 to the 3rd. 2 to the 1st is 2, 2 to the 2nd is 4, 2 to the 3rd is 8, 2 to the 4th is 16. So 32 can be written in a couple ways. So we can write the first one, like number 1, I think is 1 to any power. I think like any power to 0. So any number to the 0th power is also 1. So 1 can be written 1 to x or x to 0, right? There's 2 ways to write that. 32, I think there's a couple ways we can get a 32. 2 to the 5th seems the most obvious. We can't get it from 3, we can't get it from 4. 2 to the 5th seems the most obvious. So 81 is an interesting one. This pen doesn't work that well. That pen doesn't work that well either. Fucking hell, dude. I have a bunch of pens, but I don't know which ones work and which ones don't. 81, I think the best way to write 81 is 3 to the 1st, 3 to the 2nd is 9, 3 to the 3rd. No, sorry, I was doing that wrong. 9, that would be 9 times 9. No, that would be 9 times 3. Sorry, 9 times 3 is 21. 21 times 3 is 63. Okay, so we can't get it from 3. I mean, the obvious one for 81 is 9 squared. But there's no way to get 32 by squaring something. 2 squared is 4. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. So 9 squared is the obvious one. Damn. Okay, this is this one's complicated. No, I did that math wrong. Sorry, 9 times 3 is not... Did I say it was 21? 9 times 3 is 27. So this can be written as 9 to the 2nd or 3 to the 4th. Because 9 times 3 is 27, but 27 times 3 is 81, which gives us 3 to the 4th equal to 81. Okay. So by this pattern, we've got 1 probably to the 6th, 2 to the 5th, 3 to the 4th, which would reduce us, or increase 4 to the 3rd, right? 4 to the 3rd is 4 times 4 is 16, and then 16 times 4. Let me just do that real quick just to make sure. 64. Okay. Yeah, so I've got the pattern. So that would be... So 4 to the 3rd, then we go 5 to the 2nd, which is 25, which would mean the last sequence should be 6 to the 1st, which is just 6. Logarithmic. Oh, boy, logarithmic. Okay. Jesus, I'd have to have a fucking calculator for a logarithm. Although that is a very weird thing I'm looking at. Why do we have 10-83-32-5-128? Logarithms is not something I can do in my head. I would need a calculator, so let me try to grab a calculator that can do a logarithmic function. Alright. I have a pattern. To get 1 and 0, there's very specific things we can do to get with a logarithm in order to get a 1 and a 0. So if we take the log of something in itself, log base like 1, log base 1 of 1 is 1, right? Log base 2 of 2 is 1. So log with a base equal to itself is always going to give us 1, which can give us a couple things here. The next one is 0. Now, this one's a little different. Actually, let me double check this. Log base. What if I can't use 0 as a base, obviously. We can't use 0 as a base, obviously. But if we take the log with a base of anything, like a log base 8 of 0, please provide a positive. No, it won't let me do that either. Oh no, sorry, I was wrong. Okay. No, I got that wrong. Okay, log base of anything of 1 gives us 0. No, there's something wrong with this fucking calculator. Because that doesn't make sense. It says log base 8 of 1 is 1. Log base 8 of 1 is also 0. That doesn't make any sense. What is the log base 8 of 1? It's 0. Sorry, I'm gonna have to find another calculator because this one's fucking stupid. Doesn't make sense. It's possible I'm focusing the wrong thing here. Maybe I should go for 128 instead. I'm trying to determine, I feel like what I want to determine, because there's a bunch of different things, like I could try to be determining, like whatever these numbers are, maybe they're the base. This is a set of bases that give us a series of patterned values, or it's a set of, you know, the bases could be the same to all of them. I don't know. This is hard to explain. But I'm not sure what we're looking at. But I think based on what the other ones have been, they have all been the solution. So I want to find what the pattern is. Log base of what equals this. And then I need to run backwards and find what that pattern is. Oh, okay. So I can't go. Okay, this calculator sucks. That's a problem. I thought I could put something on the other side of the equation and I'd be able to solve it backwards, but apparently not. That's why I'm getting confused. Okay. Calculator just sucks. I used to have a graphing calculator in college and high school. I have no clue where it is. I seem to recall having given one of my calculators to like my sister. I'm not sure if she ever gave that back to me, so I don't think I actually have it anymore. Which would help. It would help if I had that. But I do not. Alright, this is confusing. I decided to look at the last number because the last number is very fitting, or very interesting. Because I don't know how we could get a log base anything of anything to equal 128. Well, there are a couple ways. You know, one... No, we can't. No, there's no way. Because it would have to mean that the base to the 128th power equals what? I mean, there is a way. But would it be... God, I have so much trouble trying to explain this. If I take log base 2 of 128... That's like the most obvious thing is I could get a log base 2 of 128 because 2 to the 7th is 128. Other than that, I don't know what other combination of things. Something to the power of 128 is some big number, right? It would be a really large number. I wouldn't really know what to do with that. So I feel like it's better to have a log base 2 of 128. But then the other one, then there's like an undefined. Which could mean that we're going log base 1 of anything, I think would be undefined. Yeah. So log base 1 of anything is undefined. So we can go from 2 to 1, log base. Our log base is changing. So how do we get... So the next step in that sequence would be log base 0 of what? Or no, it'd be log base 0 of 5, right? Though I don't really know what to do with this information. What would be the next value in that sequence? Well, it could be fucking anything. Oh man, no, this is really hard actually. I think the only determination I have here is 2 to the 7, 5 to the 1st, or 2 to the 7, 0 to whatever is undefined. Then the next one in the sequence would be log, like a -1, but you can't have a log base -1, so maybe it's just 1 again. Okay. So I'm limited on the number, on the things for the first sequence, right? The log base anything with it of itself is always 1, right? So that's how anything, we could put anything here as long as it's a log base 3 of 3, log base 4 of 4 is 1, log base 5 of 5 is 1. That's the only way we'd get a 1 here, which doesn't really give us any information. The next one, to get 0, we'd have to take the log base of anything of 1. Log base anything of 1 equals 0. Which means we could go, like, I'm assuming we'd want to start somewhat simply here. Fuck, this fucking pen, dude. Ah. This is frustrating enough without having a pen that doesn't work. So let's say we start simply with the log base 2 of 2. That'll give us 1. Let's say we subtract and we get log base 1 of 1. That will give us 0. Now we're going down here. So the log base 0 of 0 equals 0. Or is undefined, I mean, sorry. Now what do? Well, we can't do a log with a base that's negative. And we can't, as far as I know, we can't have an x value that's negative because we'd have to take the base to the power of the solution is that number. And obviously we couldn't possibly get a negative value here, so anything log base anything of a negative value is undefined, no matter what. So we can't go down here, which makes me think maybe we're going up. Can we do log base 0 of 0? 0 to any power is always 0. So I don't think the log base 0 of 0 is 1. That wouldn't make sense. Actually, that would make sense, wouldn't it? I guess not. We can't have a log base. According to this calculator, we can't do that. But in my mind, I'm thinking, 0 to the first power is 0. 0 to the second power is 0. So technically, that should be a valid. No, it shouldn't. Because there's no way we would get... No, it would be undefined, because log base 0 couldn't possibly give us an answer. Log base 0 of 0 would be undefined, because log base 0 of 0 could equal 0, could equal 1, could equal 2, could equal 3, could equal any value, because 0 to any power is always going to be 0. So that would give us an undefined. So it couldn't be log base 0 of 0. Then what the fuck is it, man? Oh my god. This is not making any sense to me, but the pattern is so weird that I don't know how... I don't know how to do it. The only one that stands out other than, 32 kind of stands out. And 128 stands out. Alright, here's a semi-pattern that maybe I can find, but it doesn't make much sense. So to get 32, we can take the log of 4. Log base 4 of 32 is 3. Log base 2 of 8 is 3. So if we take just 1, 8, 32, and 128, like, those are kind of exponential, right? 8 is 2 to the 3rd. 32 is 4 to the 3rd. What about... Hold on. What's log base 2 of 32? It's 5. Okay. Log base 2 of 32 is 5. 2 to the 5th is 32. 2 to the 3rd is 8. Five, 3, 7. 3, 5, 7. Oh! Oh, I think I have it. Okay, I think I fucking have it here. So... Two to the 0 equals 1. 2 to the power of 0 is 1, that's true. 2 to the 5th, or sorry, I skipped one. 2 to the 0 is 1, right? 2 to the 3rd is 8. 2 to the 5th is 32. 2 to the 7th is 128. So I think these are just divided. I don't think the dash means anything. It's not supposed to be an undefined value, which was kind of the assumption I was making. Okay. So the next sequence in this would be 7. I was making this, I think, a little more complicated than I needed to do, because I was treating that dash as an undefined value and trying to find, as I was doing before, what we would do. But as you can see, it's pairs. So 1 and 0, the log base 2 of 1 is 0, right? The log base 2 of 8 is 3. The log base 2 of 32 is 5. The log base 2 of 128 is fucking 7. Oh my god, okay. That last one took me way longer than it needed to. Oh my god. I was literally, oh god, okay. It was a lot simpler than I was making it, but it was hard to put all the pieces there together and like try to make sense of it. I was taking the whole thing as a pattern and being like, why would there be undefined values in between each of these numbers? And that didn't make sense to me.
Hey, great! You sliced the encryption on those cards.
Holy crap.
They change the codes regularly, so you'll have to use it pretty soon or not at all.
Oh, well, shit. Alright, well, we did that. Oh my god, man. It's been a long time since I've had to do math like that. I had to even look up exactly what a logarithmic... what it did, because I didn't even remember. The logarithmic function, if you take it like a natural log of something, it's base e, usually. If you plug it into a calculator and you take log of 10, it's e to what power gives you 10. So you're likely going to get, some long value.
What?
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside, trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet.
What'd they do to him?
The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with conventional training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now?
Yes.
Well, the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from force persuasion. We have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while.
What do I have to work with?
What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch.
Catch?
Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback.
I detect a pattern.
It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, he may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then? No problem.
Let me just save before I do this. This sounds very risky. I don't really necessarily need to do it anymore. So yeah, I kind of had the right answer there. A little early on, because obviously when I look at the number 128, the most obvious thing I can do is take a log base 2 of 128 and I get 7, which is the answer, which, you know, if I had just plugged in 7, I would have been correct. But I was trying to determine what everything was. I don't know. I was trying to do it like I was doing the other ones, and that one was very different.
You're back. Do you want to interrogate the prisoner?
Yeah.
Let's get it started then.
Prisoner looks dazed. He has been injected with a dose of truth serum by the Republic officer. It's up to you to try and persuade him to talk with you now. Interrogate him.
What do you want?
Maybe we should do something about Tella.
Tila?
Tila.
How did you find out about her?
We have her already. She may be spared if you talk.
No, please don't hurt her. Please.
Talk or something may happen to
Do
her.
whatever you want. I know you will fail. My fellow Sith are probably even now trying to free me.
Could make life easy for both of you here in the Republic.
You think bribes will work? You must be dumber than I thought to think that a Sith would join the losing side just for credits.
Try something else.
Boy,
I'm not here to threaten you.
you're not. You lies. You work for the Republic.
I don't want to hurt you unless you
There's
make me.
nothing you can do to me, Jedi, that the Sith wouldn't do worse. I'm not afraid of you.
We're the only ones who will take you in now.
The Sith will never trust you again, spy. We're the only place you have left. Tell us what we want to know.
Never. I am Sith. I will never betray them. Your Republic is weak, and will soon fall at any rate.
If you talk, we can make it worth your while.
You think me weak enough to give in to false promises of wealth and riches? The Sith are stronger than that. We will have it all eventually anyway. What?
Alright, one more thing.
What companion?
Perhaps we would give you back to the Sith, but keep
Of course,
him.
they would never believe we let you go so easily, but they would all too happily believe you betrayed them.
The Sith are not that easy to fool. We would see through your petty deceptions and destroy you for the way you try to humiliate us.
Don't really need you. Your companion will tell us what we want to know anyway.
Gutless Sith worm is already starting to crack. We'll have what we need within hours.
Ha! The Sith are stronger than you. Each one of us. You'll never break us.
Really failing here. If you don't tell us, he will suffer.
Nothing you could do to us would make us talk. We Sith are stronger than you give us credit for. What? What? Get off. You think there's nothing? No. What? You think? You couldn't have that. What? What? Nothing. You can't do this to me. They would kill me based on horrible information. What? What? You think right? Do it all. What? Get off. No. You think there's nothing. What? What? Nothing. You can't do this to me. What?
Okay, this is an odd
What?
problem.
What do you want? You're not.
The Sith will never trust.
Never. You think there's nothing.
Okay.
What?
I'm not sure we'll be able to do anything here, because I
What?
think what we need is at least a couple
they
of
would-
these
You can't do this.
to succeed. That one seems to succeed more
Gutless
often
Sith.
than not for
Ah,
some reason.
the- Nothing you.
For some reason, the
What?
only ones I've had succeed are that one and this one.
Ah, you.
But that one doesn't even work all the
You think
time.
bribe? Do whatever you want. What?
So you try one more thing.
What? What?
Of course, they would never.
The Sith are not.
Okay, that one didn't work that time.
What? What do you want?
I don't really know what I can do here. I think my persuasion needs to be a lot higher than
Giving
it
up
is.
so soon? I think he could let.
Unless I'm literally supposed to sit here and just keep trying options until I get enough of them to work. But, should I reload? Because I think, like they said, it provides that, like, there's memory loss and all kinds of shit. It didn't make much sense. I don't think there was, like, a pattern in which I could ask him things, because I tried to ask him stuff in the same order, and, sometimes it failed. There was only one that succeeded several times, but it's not sure to succeed, so I think it's just random. I think it's just based on if I have a persuasion skill high enough to allow me to get enough answers out of him. But, I don't think that's gonna happen since my persuasion is really low. I think it's just purely based on that. This is a whole slew of intricate problems. This was a lot more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. But, you know, I guess we were at least able to get whatever this passcode thing was. Let's take a look. Yeah, so I have a pass card to the Sith base. But I can also try to just go through the hangar. Either way works. But let's explore some more. I mean, why not? God damn, I can't believe how fucking they threw me into that logarithmic stuff. It was all math-based. The logarithmic one was really, really imposing to push on me there. But once I was able to like refresh my knowledge of what a logarithm was, and you know, it was really tough to figure out what a pattern, how to get a pattern out of that. Especially since it was organized a lot differently than the other ones were, and I misinterpreted it.
Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street.
This is a public street.
Hiding behind the Selkat laws. Typical Republic cowardice.
Okay. What else do you want me to do? Do you want to fight me? We could do that too, but that seems like a bad idea, bro. Just be real with you there. Seems like more trouble than it's worth. I'm already pushing 3 hours on this recording, just because of that one.
Position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Terrace into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this: when we win this war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I've never turned down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment. I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, but you're too late to recruit me. I've just hired on with the Sith. Of course, if the Republic has a better offer.
I'm not, can I ask you a few
I don't
questions?
have time to sit here and answer your questions. I have to get ready. The Sith want me to report to their embassy first thing tomorrow.
Sure, yeah, that's a lost cause. I don't really know what I could do about that. It's over here. Swoop registration.
Well, I'm just starting out. Hopefully when the circuit is back, you'll start to know and when I race.
Alright, let's talk to Vec. Greetings, human. Have you come here to watch the swoop races? I find they're an excellent way to relieve stress, and in my business I need all the stress relief I can get. Who are you? My name is Vec. I work for Ithrak Guldar, a merchant who deals in very rare and expensive art. He serves as the go-between for buyers and sellers throughout the galaxy. I serve as Ithrak's security advisor, a highly demanding job. The fact that Ithrak seems to delight in insulting and berating me makes it even more difficult. You're wearing a Sith uniform. Are you with the Sith? To be honest, no. Not really. I just wear this uniform to gain respect. People are less likely to give me trouble if they think I might be with the Sith. Do you think the Sith might take exception to that? Well, maybe, I guess, but the Sith here on Manaan aren't about to do anything to get them in trouble. Not if it means getting sanctions against their Kolto shipments. As long as I don't actually say I'm with the Sith, they don't seem to mind, so I use this outfit to give me the psychological edge I need. Being Ithrak's security advisor isn't easy. I can see how it would be very stressful. I can't even begin to imagine how hard it is dealing with the galaxy's cultural elite. They're like spoiled children, throwing tantrums whenever they don't get their way. And Ithrak is the worst of them all. You idiot, Vec. How could you be so stupid, Vec? He thinks my job is easy, but I'd like to see where he'd be without me. I'm sorry for that outburst. I come here to relax, but just talking about work is making me tense, so allow me to wish you a civil good day so I can get back to watching the racers. Okay. Xena, what do you want? If you want a racer, you're nobody, so just leave me alone. What's your deal? Hello there. You probably want to talk to the professional racers. They're in the Racers Lounge, the room just to the east. They don't usually associate with amateur racers like me. I'll probably be giving up soon anyway. I just want to ask a few questions. I'll answer what I can. I don't think I'll be going back out on the track. What's bothering you? I'm not getting any better out there. I race hard and I think I have good skills, but I just can't afford to keep up with the professionals. Their swoop bikes are modified with the best equipment. There's only so much you can do with the borrowed toolkit and standard parts. I can't afford to make this my life. I want to keep going, but without money you don't win. And if you don't win, you don't get money. How much do you think you need? It's not your problem to worry about. I shouldn't even be bothering with this. 500 credits I need is my problem, not yours. There's no way you can earn the money? I saved all my wages from the processing plant to buy my swoop in the first place. I just don't have anything to spare. Let's go back to my first questions. If you like, I probably won't be going back out on the track soon anyway. I want to ask you about you and race. Me? No one is interested in me. I'm just Queedle Malto, one of many failing amateur swoop racers. Is Manon a good course for racing? I don't know. It's been hard to keep up with the professional racers. Maybe it's the course or maybe it's me. I'm not doing very well. I haven't raced anywhere else, but I'd probably do just as bad on another track. How long have you been at this? Not long, but I don't know how much more time I'll be putting in. I think I've gone as far as I can go. What do you mean by that? I'm not getting any better out there. I race hard and I think I have good skills, but I just can't afford to keep up with the professionals. Swoop bikes, blah, 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 blah. Can't afford to make this my life. I want to keep blah, blah. What can you tell me about the other racers? Huck Jax and Cassandra Mattel are the only two professionals here right now. They keep up to themselves in the Racers Lounge. The only thing I can really say about them is that I'll never get close to beating them. I should probably just give up racing. Okay, this guy is kind of a downer. Do you know much about Manon? Well, I've lived here for more than 10 years. I worked in the big purification and processing plant here after leaving my homeworld of Ando. In all that time, I've learned very little about the Selkath and their way of life. They don't like off-worlders much, even if their politics are neutral. I can't get used to the Sith presence here, but everyone is interested in Manon to some degree. It's all because of the Kolto. What do you know about Kolto? I know that you need it to make med packs, and I know Manon is the only place to get it. That's all anyone knows, I think. Have the Sith been a problem? No, but it's unnerving to have them here, especially after what happened on Taurus. The swoop circuit was really hurt by that, I'm sure you know. Okay, see you around the track. You've spoken to Queedle, an amateur racer on Manon. He needs money to upgrade his swoop so he can compete with professional racers. Okay. Greetings to you, Off-Worlder. Are you here as a spectator, or will you be entering the swoop field as a contender? Can you help me with information? I'm sorry, but I'm sure there are others that will have what you need. My duty is to organize races, and I pay attention to little else. Of course, with the destruction in Terrace, we're in a bit of a rebuilding phase. Our sector champion was one of the casualties there. I did win the season opener on Terrace. I hesitate to believe that. Sith interference disrupted any holo feed that might have verified your story. We only know that all on Terrace were lost. You're welcome to prove your skill here regardless of experience. The course is open to any that have the means to participate. 100 credits must be paid for each officially timed attempt that you make. The amount will be due before each race. I want to talk about the rewards. Races in the Manon course are organized in the Galactic Standard 3-round system. Each round pays differently. Tell me what the rounds are. Here on Manon, round 1 is the domain of hobbyists and amateurs. I mean no disrespect by that. They just can't afford the faster swoops yet. Round 2 is populated by the beginner touring racers. They have decided to invest in the sport and are attempting to make it pay. Round 3 is usually only attainable by seasoned professionals. There have been exceptions, but only rarely. What does each round pay? Round 1 pays 500 credits, round 2 pays 2,000 credits, round 3 is 5,000 credits. These are relatively standard values for the sport. Each round is paid out only once per tournament. The leader that shows dominance in all 3 is named Sector Champion. Describe the current crop of racers. Sparse. Terrace took a great many good racers with it when it was destroyed, including our Sector Champion, Sakul Ondandanix. Currently, our biggest attractions are Cassandra Mattel and Hukta Dax. They are the only touring professionals present for this tournament. But even with such auspicious competition, Queedle is the racer getting the biggest responses. He's a local favorite and very talented. Give me the basics on how to race. The course is laid out in buoys across the ocean surface of Manon. You race against times set by others with no other swoops on the track. Your bike likely has the standard 5 gears to shift, though. As your speed increases, watch the indicators in the lower left to know when to shift. Shift at the wrong time, and your swoop will accelerate poorly or slow down. Shift correctly, and you will optimize your performance. You can also steer over swoop boosters placed along the route. These will increase your speed substantially for a short time. Are there any hazards? There are obstacles that you must watch for. Steering over floating buoys won't damage your bike, but it will slow you down. Alright, very well. I will tell organizers to have the course ready for your return. Hello there, are you looking to book the swoop course for a practice run? There will be a small positioning fee of 20 credits to have your swoop bike ready. Why is there a fee? We find that racers are more careful when they are funding the course with each race. Besides, we must defray maintenance costs somehow. And please, no haggling. I'm not authorized to give a discount, even if I wish to. Alright, so I can do a practice run. We can go in here, I guess. What's up, dude? Who is you? Huck to Jax? That's me. Says you should step back because pro racers like me are important. So you leave me alone so as I can get race ready. It's important, meditation and stuff. I just want to ask a few questions. Yeah, okay, but you keep it short. I got no reason to talk to you. I want to ask about you and racing. Okay, maybe I say something or maybe not. Huck to Jax don't give secrets out. Is Manon a good course for racing? This track is pretty good. It's too wet, but it's on the ocean, so you're gonna have that. Better to hit waves and rocks, I guess. This track is all there is until the circuit is up again. Terrace took the best racers. I suppose there is Tatooine. What's wrong with Tatooine? I'm not going back to Tatooine either. Huck to Jax is better than that dust ball. When were you there? That's none of your business, and you stop asking about it. You stop. What can you... How long have you been at this? Lots of years. I got my swoop after we raided. I mean, I got my swoop when someone left it to me. It was sad, but happy, too. What do you mean by that? Nothing, and I'm not saying any more. Can you tell me about the other racers? I just know that I'm better than all the rest. I'd be better even with more pros here. Cassandra is okay, but she is weak and little. Guido is here, too, but he doesn't got what we got. What do you mean? He doesn't have the best swoop. He can have skills all over the floor, but if his sweep goes slow, he goes slow, and he goes slow. Maybe we can hurry up and stop soon. Do you know much about Manon? I know that if you do absolutely anything wrong, you get locked up. It seems like finding criminals is a great way to bring in the credits. I'm surprised they even let us race. Wouldn't want the crowds to get too excited. Excitement make people unpredictable or something. Okay, yeah, you go then, and leave me alone. Yeah, you seem like a nice enough guy, though, you know.
What do you want? I don't waste time with fans. So if this is about an autoprint, forget it. You can buy one when I get more made up. Leave me alone. I need time to prepare for my races.
Just want to ask a few questions.
Get it over with.
I want to ask you about you and racing.
Of course you do. Everyone wants time with the fabulous Cassandra Matil. There just isn't enough of me to go around.
Is Manon a good course for racing?
It was, but I can't seem to get a break lately. Hukta has been holding me off, and all he does is run over everything. But this place is all there is, until the circuit recovers from the loss of Taris. It's going to take a while.
There are no other tracks?
Not within reasonable traveling time. I heard there was a startup on Tatooine, but I'll stick with the legitimate tracks. Thank you very much.
What do you mean by that?
Huts aren't to be trusted. That's all I'll say.
How long have you been at this?
2 years. But that's more than enough time to know the secrets behind this sport. It's all about the image you portray.
What do you mean by that?
Hukta is the thug. People like him because he's mean. I'm the pretty one. The one that people want to take home. Even if we don't win, we're easy to remember. That keeps the fans coming back. So race organizers want us at their tracks. Local racers don't bring in off-world crowds. They need us. At least they would if there was still a functioning circuit.
Can you tell me about the other racers?
Hukta Jax is the only other professional here besides me. He got where he is by making sure everyone knows he's the toughest racer out there. I don't know any of the other racers. I guess there's Quidel, the local favorite. He won't amount to much.
What makes you say that?
You need money to compete. Maybe he's got some skills, but he just doesn't have the best bike. It's that simple. Yes.
Do you know much about Manon?
I know that if you do absolutely anything wrong, you get locked up. Seems like finding criminals is a great way to bring in the credits.
Isn't that the same thing the
I'm
other guy
surprised
said?
They even let us race. Wouldn't want the crowds to get too excited.
It's the same.
Excitement makes
Exactly
people
the same thing the other guy said.
or something.
Really weird. Okay.
Don't hurry back.
Okay. Show personal results. Okay, best course time for Queedle is 23:82. 22:50. Off-world records lost. Cassandra, 23:25. Okay. So I think we can try this. If we win 500, I'm thinking we can donate it to Queedle. So this should be fun. Hopefully I don't spend too much time, because I could lose that passcode thing. He said it does. It is like a time-based thing. Last time I played this was a little bit... there was a lot going on, you know? There's a lot going on. We had to solve a big math puzzle, big math equation. That took me quite a while. But we didn't get as many episodes out of it as I kind of hoped we would. So I guess right now we're doing swoop races. I'm ready to race. Very well, but before we place your swoop in the starting position, must collect 100 credit fee. Oh, I don't have... I don't have 100 credits. I'm sorry, but we cannot make exceptions. We find that racers are more considerate of the course, so they have to pay for upkeep. That's true. Maybe I can persuade you. Oh, we already have a number of racers that are struggling. We'll drop the fee to 50 credits. I'm sorry, but that is the best I can do at the moment. My accounts are closely monitored. I'll be back. We'll be back for the grand swoop race. That costs more credits than we have. We spent it all on freaking cards, dude. We don't have any money. Where's my money counter? Where's the thing? Oh, there it is. 27. But we're gonna need more than that. Gonna need just a little bit more than that. That is not nearly enough. So we are on the East Branch. I guess we'll just go around. Did I get a quest for swoop races or something? No? Oh, yeah, I did. He needs money. Okay. You know, we got a quest for that, so we'll be back anyways. No need to worry or even think about that. This is my first time playing Star Wars on the new TV. It's pretty exciting, you know? It looks very bright. A little bit... It looks bright. It looks good. The frame rate still could use some work, but, you know, that's just the way it is. Yordle's Emporium. Have I even been in here? Well, I mean, I have now. No, I haven't.
You got any armor plating for my swoop bike?
Yes, I have a fine piece right here. A little dented, but still serviceable, and a real bargain at that price.
I thought this garbage was free. You actually sell this junk? You fish are a strange breed.
At my store, I'm sick of you Sith and your stupid jokes. I got real customers to worry about. I don't need you coming in here and making fun of my inventory every day.
Don't worry, junk man. When I want garbage, I'll be back.
Man, the Sith really are just assholes all the time. I get it. I mean, they're on the bad side. Are you here to mock me as the Sith, or do you actually want to buy something? I'm not here to make fun of you. Oh, I'm not here to make fun of you. I'm Edith Katara. Please forgive me. I had no cause to be so rude to you. The Sith make such trouble for me, and business has been slow. But that is no excuse for my tone. I apologize. Please let us start off on the right foot. Welcome to the used goods store of Yordle Ixalis. If there is anything I can help you with, all you need to do is ask. I'd like to ask you some questions. I fear I will be of little help in providing information, human. I spend most of my time here in my shop or out collecting inventory. And at night I am too exhausted to do anything but return home and sleep in preparation for the next day. I will do my best to answer your questions, but I cannot promise to be of much help. I'm looking for some ancient ruins or possibly some type of star map. I know of no such thing in Auto City. This is the only city on Manon suited a non-Cellcath. The oceans are the ancestral home of their people. If there are any ancient ruins of their culture, they would lie there. I have some more questions. How did you come to run a junk pile or used goods store? Ah, yes, that. Well, I was not always in such dire straits. In fact, once I would have been quite well off, but the Sith had other plans. Well, technically my debt is to the Circa Corporation, but that amounts to the same thing in the end. You owe them money? How did you get in debt? I was quite a hand at electrical and mechanical devices of all sorts. I traveled the galaxy working for hire among all sorts of beings. But one day I failed in a task for a Circa Corporation executive and was forced into debt. I need money to pay them off, but I cannot find work anywhere the Circa Corporation has influence. They put me here fixing scraps and selling them for a little profit. In time and years, I may be able to repay my debt, but for now I must work. Is there anything else I may help you with?